Was a beatdown by FaZe, but I still believe New York. Do I have any believers with me? Cloud9 going to be starting on the CT side here on Overpass, and they need to get rolling quick.
Yeah, they do need a lot to go right for them here, Cloud9. There's no disputing it. I think we've all seen what happened in the first half, so let's see if there's anything to be coming out of this one. As said, starting on that CT side, FaZe looking for their opportunities to begin this one off quickly, get it rolling and not drop anything too fast.
Nico's going to be the one pressuring. Here he comes, and actually going to fall right back with it, but it's Rain from the other angle. 2 kills. All of a sudden, Cloud9 on the back foot. It didn't even look like they wanted to commit to it. Looked like they wanted to fall away. It's a good thing they didn't, because they have demolished this defense. Skittle being forced back behind the smoke, and all of his teammates are dead.
What an exceptional beginning from Rain, just powering through there. It was just brutal, wasn't it? Skittle trying to put up a good fight, but it is all but useless. FaZe pick up where they left off from map 1 by looking dominant, and this time it wasn't your Guardian, it wasn't Olaf, it's now Rain. If Rain gets a good game going, I'm terrified of this roster. It could be anyone, isn't it?
It is pretty dirty. I mean, the big thing is, I'm glad the Des mentioned it, because I mean, it was the same thing with FaZe when they first got this roster. I mean, it's going to be a build-up, right? Like, we still have to see them tested in this event. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when they are tested. Cloud9 as well, they have a lot of moving parts. New players coming in, new in-game leaders, so they're going to have to shuffle things around, figure out what works, and focus on those and change some of the other things. But this is going to be fast-paced. Flashbang out towards long, break up a stack, and Automatic has no response. Rush is up next. And they run away.
Yeah, show a little bit of leg, back away from it.
They were scared of
it rotates.
They were scared of him.
That's it? Yep. They were scared of Rush.
Like, Rush plays this side of the map. Let's not go here.
Oh, that's what all the demo practice, watching over was for.
That's
Where is Rush?
That's all Kerrigan.
Cerebral man, of course. We are going to be seeing FaZe turn attention elsewhere. Now, we do have Tariq, the only one really left dedicated towards B. There's not many others here. They did kind of rotate once we saw it, and look at this hit. It's quite nicely constructed. The Molotov doesn't land at barrels. That could have been an issue, but actually the issue is that they're damaged. There's 3 players quite low here. Rain, Kerrigan, and Olaf Meister. Oh, none of the fights really come towards them. It's Rain again keeping this one together, keeping it clean thus far, as Olaf Meister has a little bit of an idea where Rush was coming from, and this is just systematic destruction so far. Cloud9 again, this is what we're going to be saying. They need to find something. They need individuals to go off. They need to do that aggressive play. We want that brawl to come out when they can do it. But right now, it's risky and it's not easy to do. But this man, why is he allowed to be doing this again? It's like the pistol round all over.
And these are the kind of fights he wants. Open spaces. You're basically just giving a headshot angle. He can toy with it. He can get in behind the cover. He can duck behind that ramp. You don't want Rain to be those fights. And Duncan mentioned this on the desk as well. This is a map that is very, very kind to oppers. There's so many different angles you can utilize over in the bathrooms, even towards the B bomb site. So many different ways you can get aggressive and fall back and grab a new angle. And the tough part is Guardian went nuts on Mirage, and Cloud9 couldn't have any idea how to smoke him off, how to flash him back, how to put pressure on him. So he had a field day, and if that continues here, you got to worry for Cloud9. I think we're worrying already.
Yeah, we are. Because we need to see that reason, right? We want to see that reason to believe in what they can do here. We didn't really see on the first map. We saw, Stewie had a couple of moments here and there. There were some nice pieces.
It's just it was confined to those 3 rounds.
Exactly.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
We just need that little bit more. We need just see those glimpses every now and then, because we all know this is still a new roster for Cloud9. We know that there's going to be that teething period, but you cannot come into these semi-finals in these sort of series against FaZe and not expect to get battered. It's as soon as these guys have no mercy. It's like every single player is just out for blood. So at the moment, FaZe taking their time here, not in a rush, not going to risk anything, meticulous in their approach.
You saw in the last round, I mean, knowing that even against just pistols, and yes, they're upgraded pistols, and yes, they had armor as well, full execution, smokes and Molotovs everywhere. Imagine it'll be similar here, but they're going to let Guardian try and chase down some kills of this UMP, get him some extra money for the AWPs. Going around the smoke, he's ready, quick headshot, Tarek doesn't even get a shot off, and Guardian keeps moving forward, keeps getting kills. Yeah, defense is gone. It's Stewie left. He's got 1. Could get nothing more. And there's Guardian. Oh, he went for the knife. He's got the knife out. Can he finish it? No. All right, Skittle. Fair play. He wanted the op next round.
Yeah. Hey, look, if you've got no other options.
Desperate times.
It really is. And desperate measures are what we might be seeing here. Cloud9 not really making much of an impact throughout those first 3 rounds. If you look at it, very light on funds, quite light on utility too. There's no Molotovs to be seen, no kits to be seen either. This is a very scarce purchase. They've barely, I think they've got like 1 or 2 kills so far?
2 kills so far in the game for Cloud9. Stewie's got 1, Skadoodle's got the other. And yes, that allows FaZe to have plenty of money. And look at how aggressive they're being. They're not scared of anything at the moment. Couple of smokes, they're going to come down the stairs.
I'm just curious about the smoke they put down Speedway to allow them through there by the stairs as well. So I do like that for FaZe.
The question becomes, Cloud9 has a defensive stack. They've got 4 players over towards the B bomb site. At what point does Cloud9 rotate someone back, or are they just going to say, you know what, we think FaZe Clan's going to come B? Because this is a lot of area that Stewie has to cover over towards the A bomb site, and essentially at the moment, because he's alone, he can't be aggressive. He just has to jump for information on both sides, right? He's just jumping behind the bomb site boxes, jumping behind the APC, and he's just hoping and praying the timing is right for him to see someone, and that'll cause a rotation, but boy, are you playing a dangerous game doing that.
Yeah, Skadoodle's en route. Maybe he's, Stewie just feels, calls he's feeling a bit too much pressure. It's, there's something up. Then okay, and I think he's going to know something's up now. He's had a couple of shots rattle off, but Rain, Karrigan, and Olofmeister are the main piece of this attack, and they still haven't necessarily committed anywhere. Yeah, but they have control of stairs as well, so they can throw a fake. They can execute, they can apply some pressure, and they can fall back if they want, but at the moment they're letting Rain take his flights. It's quite nice though, even with the limited amounts. Cloud9 are slowing them down, and automatic able to get into the fight. Skadoodle, maybe this is it. Maybe Cloud9 can start fighting back. Guardian's still alive though. And this man is good at giving those bad dreams to these players, but it is shut out. It's shut down. And Cloud9 step in the right direction. There's it's not a matter of one round though, and we know that. We saw that on the last map. It's got to be consistent here. FaZe again took their time, quite slow, didn't throw the fake, even though the opportunity was there. They committed to it, and they got worked out. Yeah, great job. You can see here from Skadoodle. 2 kills there, man, known for his Olping, but that round doing it with the M4, getting the AWP as well, and keeping a lot of players alive. Keeping 4 players alive allows them to rebuy into this. They have now the Molotovs. Look at the aggression. You have to get Skadoodle into this game early if you want him to be able to challenge Guardian. You need to let him build up some momentum, and it might not even happen. Nico, I think that had to have been jumping over the wall. Dupree? Yeah, I think he...
Is that what we're calling it these days, the Dupree? Is Dupree the killer or the killie?
Killer.
Okay.
Generally. He's good at it.
Right.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that one shot. I don't know if he actually was, but yeah, it's good. Oh dear.
Peace.
See ya.
Yeah, Rain coming up from stairwell, and that's just, staying up that aggressive for so long. You're overextended. You have no one's there to watch your back. That's too easy. So miscalculating the position he was in.
And that's the thing that's not confusing, but it kind of keeps you on edge because Stu is his last teammate, but still, we can come back to that. This is going to be down to the players who are dedicated towards this B site, and now it's just going to be Tarek. They're burning alive, and he's been swept aside. FaZe are very much in control here. Stewie's just watched his teammates get obliterated, and there's nothing he can really do about this unless he gets gifted a freebie. And that's not bad. Nico going down makes it a 1v3, but I think Stewie knows that even he has some limited capabilities here, but I don't know if they're going to give him much more to play with. Still got smokes and flashes up. Stewie has a look. Does have a kit too. Guardian's on short, Karrigan down by Monster. As the clock ticks, Stewie has to make up his mind, and he has chosen that it's time to start walking away from this one. But as I said, seeing miscommunication of that sort of level kind of unnerves me a little bit, leaving kind of Skadoodle out on it, or if he's not aware of it himself.
Massive blunder. I mean, when you're sticking around and there's that free of a kill, like it was a kill like the side of the head, right? He wasn't even considering the possibility of it, so I'm not sure what exactly that was from Cloud9, but certainly Skadoodle not expecting Rain to be in that position. Also, you have to say, obviously unlucky that, maybe not completely unlucky, but this kill coming out is oh my god, that is filthy.
All right, I'm sorry, Dupree. I might have to call it the Nico now after that shot. He just makes it look a little bit better. My bad, but
Dupree's gonna be mad at you.
Look, it's fine. It's fine. When he gets out of group stages, he can have a go. But for now, 4-1. Stewie retaining the rifle. The rest using far less than ideal as Karrigan begins his journey forward. Great stuff from him. Good play towards Rush, going to claim that. And again, this is just looking good for FaZe. They haven't seen much of a challenge. The money's not really here this round for Cloud9, so you can't expect much from this.
This is like a European versus North American matchup from 2 years ago when it was literally just no respect being given to the North American teams. And FaZe is just saying at this point, we're just going to walk forward, take fights, we're going to see where you are, and we're not going to be afraid, we're going to be confident, and you have to force us to change that mindset. So tough task for Cloud9. Entire goal in this round is keep the AK alive on Stewie so you don't have to spend the money in the next round. They're still a bit beat up. The losing bonus did get reset in the most harsh of ways, and there goes Skadoodle and Tarek. I mean, it just feels like Nico's deathmatching.
Yeah, we haven't seen him being the headliner, at least today. It's been everyone else, and that's fine. Like, he was doing okay, but it's getting quite nice to see him joining in too.
Yeah, I could go for one of those Nico games, the classic Nico games.
Yeah, I'm down for that. But it is just a little bit
Oh, she's happy.
She's having a great day.
Yeah, she's having a phenomenal time.
Big FaZe fan.
Is she?
I'm
assuming
she's not a Cloud9 fan. I wouldn't be that happy.
I don't know why. I just assumed you actually knew her personally.
Yeah, best mates. She's coming down to chill out. But no, right now it is very dominant from FaZe. And we did say we want a spark, and that's what we need. We need that communication up from Cloud9. It's just not been quite there. So I feel for him in a way, right? There was a lot of hype around this. There was a lot of that kind of maybe no one expected them to win the whole series cleanly, but maybe a bit of a fight back and forth. Because as you said, this feels like a throwback, right? This feels like the EU team's just plowing through them. They're not taking a step back. They're not getting complacent even. FaZe are just being meticulous and very good with it and dominant.
Yeah, the confidence doesn't seem to be there. I mean, Chad mentioned it is a buzzword, but I mean, very much. It seems like Cloud9 doesn't really want to take fights. They don't want to take the initiative. They're letting FaZe come to them. And at a certain point, you have to put a stop to that. They tried it with Skadoodle being the aggressive opper, and now they've switched it over to Stewie. Similar play, but he's going to fall back. Nico, this time Automatic just doesn't even want to mess with it.
And Nico, look at it. Look how confident this guy is. He's dry going into this site. No flash, no nothing, on his own. Does get traded out by Rush, but that was the one-man hit. Yeah,
that's nice. And I mean, that's a win for FaZe, even if he only gets one kill. All Rain, this is a timing. They just get around the corner. Look at Kerrigan, he's just pushing forward again to no respect. Skadoodle, you gotta turn around. You have that AWP, Stewie just taking the initial pick, and he's just getting wrapped. He has nothing. I don't know if he couldn't hear it, but Kerrigan just doesn't slow down, and the 8-bomb site is over again. This is just a stomping.
Yeah, it really is. This is pretty brutal so far. And I want to see that aggression from Cloud9. I want to see the confidence, but when you're being broken and beaten like this, it's pretty hard to muster that. It's very hard, because you're never going to get a normal game against FaZe if you can't calm them down and tame them. You have to make them respect you. It's what I guess was what we used to say about, about Fnatic back in the day.
About Virtus Pro back.
About Virtus, yeah. Any of these teams that kind of can just run through. If you can't keep them to a bit of a stand, if you can't remind them that they are human, they're going to do this to you. And FaZe aren't even looking human; they're looking inhuman. This is a semi-final.
It is. Someone should tell Cloud9. They're having a rough time here early on. Tarek still with 0 kills, Rush and Automatic with 2. I mean, if you take away the round they won where they got 5 kills, I mean, they don't have too many left. They have 5 across the other 6 rounds. So, frightening situation. Rain's gonna lead the way. It's against just pistols. Here's a little bit of aggression. Stewie, but there's no one else with him. He's the only one making that play. No one coming through Monster to team up on Nico, and he's going to get away with his life. 20 HP left. Terra continues to push forward in the gap. And now Cloud9's got to try and rotate over. But again, with AKs, the ops against the CZs, against the USPs, it would have to be something stellar from Cloud9 that we haven't seen yet.
Flash actually caught Rain more than anything then. And the player over by the truck. All right, Kerrigan, fair enough. We already said it, Kerrigan shouldn't be the mad fragger here, but if he's going off as well, that's great to see, just as said, brutalize them. But Tarek, you got anything for us here? Spots out one, crisp. Olafmeister down, 1v3. Tarek doesn't get a glimpse, doesn't get a look. Rain again shuts this down. FaZe, they've quietened Cloud9, and the audience isn't far off it either. This is hard to watch though. This is brutal stuff. I don't think we've seen a semi-final this harsh in a while.
No, we really haven't. We got the guns out again, though. New York, Cloud9 needs you now more than ever. Make some noise. Get Cloud9 back into this fight.
All right, Cloud9 they need everything they can get here. Skadoodle's going forward. They're finally getting aggressive. This is what we want to be seeing. They need to make it stick, though. And the problem is, look at where FaZe are. Are they eyeing up this B hit already? The smokes are out, though.
No, but I like this aggression. Skadoodle and Automatic, and this time they've been way, way more aggressive. Last time it was just waiting for Skadoodle. Automatic needs to win this, and he can't do it. Olaf gets away with 12, and the return frag isn't there from Skadoodle. Plenty of information. Still Stewie in the stairwell as well, but Skadoodle's fallen back, and Stewie now, he's got a choice. He's got to get more aggressive, because there's have anyone covering his back, and all the kills go towards Nico. There's the trade. Promising idea from Cloud9, and it goes nowhere.
Again, you feel as though maybe that first kill comes in. Maybe they take down Olafmeister then they get the positioning through Underpass. Olafmeister can't come into the situation. Maybe they could have done something, but again, FaZe finding ways of every single round to punish this, and Skadoodle's just clinging onto that orb for dear life, and I don't blame him.
Nico's just beating him up at the B bomb site, and we saw obviously that dirty little one-tap from Automatic jumping over, and then you see him just take the aggressive pick towards Sandbags, taking a one-on-one fight. This round he gets 2 kills. He's having whatever he wants at that B site.
Oh. All right, he's staying alive for now. I'm seeing if anyone else is close. Guardian's kind of running over. That's the guy above him right now. So Scooter's going to hear all these steps. He kind of wants this orb. Olafmeister's not far off either. And dear Lord, this is going from bad to worse. FaZe add another. The villains in this story, but they are putting on a beautiful display of CS. They don't care about anything. They're playing their game, and they're not being stopped here.
No, and who's going to be it for Cloud9? Again, they're going to be forced back onto the pistols, the full losing bonus. But I mean, there's no reason FaZe just has so much money, and they're not even having any kind of success to force buy in any of these rounds. If this is closer, perhaps, if they've gotten some kills in some of the previous, they'd go for it, but they have nothing. And it seems like they're out of ideas as well.
Yeah, upgraded pistols. And again, credit where it's due. The way FaZe are approaching this, it does seem very kind of loose in a way, but they just win it out. They're winning the fights. They're winning out every single trade that's available. Yeah. It's so impressive to watch. So, again, for these guys, you feel as though they even have further depths to go to. We haven't seen them going back to the full-on strat. Everything else, they haven't really had to. Cloud9 are being run around. And Rain continuing to look for more. Stewie and Skadoodle could be in trouble in Underpass, but for now, they've actually pushed up a little bit, tried to get themselves something to play with, maybe take a gun away in Skadoodle. Oh god, Nico's hurt. And it's there's nothing. There is nothing they can find here.
No, and they're trying to find different ways to be aggressive. We've seen it a number of times over towards A. They're trying to find something that they can do to have an impact, to get themselves started on the right foot. Even when the guns are out, they're still trying to be aggressive in different ways, and it's just all getting punished. But again, I mean, you do like to see this out of a team like FaZe. We've talked about the potential of this team. Everyone just very hopeful it would work out because of the skill, because of the players on this team. Still being very calm and calculated, despite being 8-1 up, despite knowing that they're going against a save. There's a nice kill from Stewie. That's at long range, and he's got more. Already, and he's swift though. He grabs the angle, and Nico again has made his way in towards the B bomb site, so it's lost. So FaZe is just gonna run down the stairs, get over into B. Nico's gonna hold him off. He's down to 12. A couple lucky shots, and Cloud9 will die. I was just about to say they could get back into that round with a couple nice shots, and
no.
When
you're starting to lose hope, Jason, I'm worried, because I know that you just love any North American team.
Do I now?
Any and all.
I love them all.
Yep, huge fans, any matchup, biased as you like.
Yep,
but
certainly.
Okay, this is different. All right, we've got a double AWP out. Could this be an answer?
And a famous man once said, Skadoodle's not even the best hopper on his team. So here we've got Stewie, and there you see why. Perhaps his style more fit for the aggression, and he wants to go for more. He's not backing down. He's driven, he's funneled FaZe over towards the B bomb site. He's gonna have a quick flank. Surely this round from Cloud9 will be clean. Everyone is here. Nico through the smoke. He sees him under the edge. Where's that flank from Stewie coming? Rush adding one more and a second, and Cloud9's gonna get 2. There it is. Stewie starts the round and finishes it. 2-9.
Stewie is the instigator. He always seems to be able to make these ones happen if it is going to happen. And we said the aggression is needed. We dreamed that maybe that shot came through towards Olafmeister before to maybe spiral things in the right direction. But then again, you look towards how this happened on the site too. Rush playing it well and did find Guardian and Carrigan. So all said and done, Cloud9 control. But that was off the back of something very, very diligent. Now we can see if Skadoodle's up to the challenge. We've got, both orbs in an interesting way here. Stewie gonna go on long. Skadoodle's locked into this. He can't be bailed out. There's already players behind him and he knows he's got to commit. And, oh god, the timing could be atrocious. He could be in real trouble. Overpass to the left. Oh, he misses the shot too. From bad to worse, Karrigan punishes. They're taking over the map now. And Stewie could maybe find something brilliant here though. Look at where the bomb is.
No, Olaf's gonna grab him. If he ever peeks out, no, actually, it's Guardian.
It's Guardian.
Well, doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, fair play. Yeah, over-aggressive. That's both ops down. Now, you can see them. They're trying to get those ops to hunt out for opening picks, but, I mean, it just goes the other way. 3 kills quickly for FaZe, and again, disaster. This is going to be another hard reset for Cloud9 if Tarek and Rush can't pull this back. They have no control of the A bomb site, which is where the bomb is heading, and Olaf already has an advanced position to cut off the rotates. The problem is they can't afford to get reset here. They have to go for it, and I think that kill from Nico kind of ends Tarek's hopes. You can see he just turns around. And this is just FaZe all over the map. Yeah,
every single player just can do everything they need. And they are. It's like in that situation, Olaf was probably going to be the one to maybe make the difference on long, but no, it was Guardian. Just sat back passively, watching it anyway, hyper aware there was a possibility he was going to push for it. So Cloud9 look very quiet as well. And if I'm honest, FaZe don't look pumped up. Let's remind ourselves of what happened in Sydney with Karrigan, right? He's a crowd pleaser. He gets them going. He'll get them geared up. I can imagine if they get to the finals, he'll be the guy doing it. But for them, it looks like another day at work, and it shouldn't be. Cloud9 should be doing more, but right now, FaZe are putting on a class, and they're just taking them to school. This is the perfect buy again for FaZe. We said it, or at least you did, that Cloud9's money, they couldn't afford this.
No. They absolutely couldn't, and they even a little bit of confusion, I think, on the team because Automatic and Russia fully bought into this round. The other 3 players have saved. They're going to go for rifles in the next one, I would assume. And
oh god, it feels like nothing works, doesn't it? It's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, Guardian just getting 3 kills on his own and essentially a B-rush with an AWP. Tough times. Oh, there's a nice start. We saw it on Mirage as well. A couple good shots of the defense.
Oh, that silver lining
yeah,
is real thin right now, isn't it? We're trying our best here, but Cloud9. Oh god, again, Olaf Meister there. Stewie's just, what other options have you got? You got to get what you can get. The thing is that
style points.
Yeah, pretty much. The thing is that scoreline-wise, we've seen pretty, worse scorelines, but it's how FaZe are doing this, right? It's the extremities in which they're playing and how strong they are. The way they're dominating this. Oh, there goes Stewie. And again, very, very good stuff from FaZe. As much as this is a very harsh game to watch, if you're a Cloud9 fan, you have to admire what FaZe are doing to them.
You do, and then you go and start to think, what is Liquid going to do against this team? How is that going to fare? If because it is looking like FaZe is just going to stomp their way into the grand final. So you got to start feeling for the other North American team. And here's maybe the plan: 2 ops again, Stewie and Skadoodle. Skadoodle down the stairwell again, but he didn't want to stick around. He's had that fight, didn't go well, so he doesn't want it this time. Stewie's going to be boosted up over towards the B bomb site, but no presence there for FaZe. It is Skadoodle, who it looks like, just based on the minimap, 4 FaZe players heading towards him at long A. He will have a chance here.
Skadoodle, you need to come alive in this situation. You have support with you. You know where they're coming from. He's got a good idea. There's 3 players there. It has to be either Skadoodle or Stewie. One of the 2. They've got to dismantle this round. Give them enough of a buffer to get past just the pistol in the second half. As now we wait.
FaZe has used that smoke to creep up close to long. Here it comes. Molotov's out. Flashbang Skadoodle's going to be close up with the op, but he doesn't even turn. No chance for him. Stewie grabs 1. He needs more. There it is. That's the bomb as well. Almost a third, but he is eliminated eventually.
Stewie is the spark that might be able to get this team back into some of these rounds, and now we need something from one of the other players. Rush, Automatic, Tarek there. The bomb yet to be planted. A couple more seconds. Guardian, what is going on? This guy's an animal right now. Rush now looks up for his chance. Creeps around the smoke, spots 1, that's good, Rain goes down. Now a 2v2, make it a 1v1, it's Rush up against Nico, and Nico takes the fight and loses! Rush is there! And maybe this is the window they need. It's small, it's minute, it is tiny, it's unlikely, but maybe they can claim something back from this. At least it can buffer them through the pistol round of the second half.
Yeah, exactly, and that's about how small it is at the moment. They would love to have this 4th one, but still, that'd be something they haven't been able to do in this first half. They haven't been able to string rounds together. Again, Stewie's going to take the op. I'm assuming he'll keep it over Skadoodle, simply because his style is easier, is better for those kind of aggressive plays they're having the op do. They want the op to find that opening pick, and Stewie is much more aggressive in the way he hunts it down. And again, he's going to be up towards Party, or Picnic. This hasn't really worked too well. And again, he's going to get nothing from it. It's Nico taking, oh my God. Automatic is not having a good time in this game, and there's a trade from Rain.
This is just brutality in every essence of the word. This is what you always got terrified of looking at that FaZe roster come together, wasn't it? Every single player looking beastly. Now, what can Cloud9 do? They're going to dig their heels in and try and find the right place to take this final stand of the first half in the second map here. This is a semi-final. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like this shouldn't even be allowed to be seen by this many people. There's something too brutal about it. But with 1 minute left, we're going to see eventually FaZe working their way around towards B. We've got Tarek and we've got Rush. These two need to lock it down. They need to be the guardians of this site. Nothing can get past them. 50 seconds now. First flash is being thrown.
There's still so much utility on FaZe, and a little bit of pressure has forced out the counter smokes. They'll wait until these disappear, and then they'll re-execute when Cloud9 has almost nothing to stop them. Just a couple of flashbangs. Actually, it looks like they're just going to disappear. Fake, Rain and Olaf coming up the stairs, and yeah, Skadoodle's there. He's got the first kill. Are they going to challenge? This is the bomb. It'd be a huge fight to win, and he can't do it. A bomb site is open, and they've got to book it. Tarek and Rush are also on the way. 20 seconds left, and utility is being put out from FaZe.
All right, smoke goes up. Who's got the bomb here? It is going to be on Olaf Meister. Guardian needs to be the protector now. Becomes the turret we know he can be, and it's retake time. Rush and Tarek, where are you going to go? How are you going to do this? Because FaZe are ready. Decent after plant positions if Guardian tucks himself in, or maybe he wants to stay right here. Tarek now starts to look around. Guardian falling back to those stairs he's known for. And Olaf Meister holding that nice off angle. Just spawning for that back cross there. Punishes Tarek on the way through. It's just down to Rush here. Did well before, but he's got to do better now. Two players down his way, and they are legends of their own kind. And Guardian reminds him why. This has been one of those halves that Cloud9 will not want to remember. This has been a fatality, if anything. I don't know if they can bring it much back here, but if anything, this has been an excellent display from FaZe.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power.
Tough times for the fans here in the crowd of Cloud9. He seems all right, to be fair.
No, he seems like he's having a tough time as well.
This is just vile to watch, isn't it? He's having a good time. It's fine. It's fine. You know, wholesome memes and all just coming through. But something that's not been wholesome, Jason, is this half. We're sat at 12-3.
Yeah, FaZe has been filthy, haven't they? It's not a family show for them. This is, I mean, certainly been there's really not a whole lot of different ways we can describe it. We covered it all in the first half. Either way, second half beginning now, Cloud9, they've switched over to the T side, the harder side. But maybe it'll help if they get to dictate where the action begins. At the moment, Tarek far back, there's 4 players rushing up the staircase. They can get behind Guardian and Rain. They can actually do this. Guardian's completely blind. There's the chase out. Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? 2 quick headshots, and Rain is going to continue his tear. Oh, needed to add 1 more, but he's given them the advantage. 3 on 2. Stewie and Automatic are the only ones left. And you still have Nico and Olafmeister on the map.
Yeah. Stewie now looks for options. Nico fully aware of this. Sees the door swing and potential victim on the other side. Stewie didn't spot him. And it will be now a bit of an exchange. Stewie playing a dangerous game. Toying with Nico. I don't fancy many people's odds. Flash comes in. And Nico again waiting to strike. Coiled, isn't he? Like a viper. He strikes, finds Automatic, and now, I don't blame you, Stewie. Shut the door, run away. I've had enough of that too.
Yeah, it's like with the boogeyman, right? Like when your parents tell you, you know, monster in the closet, you gotta close the door. It's just what it feels like to me at the moment. Stewie is the only one left. And yeah, he didn't even seem like he wanted to take that fight with Nico. His Automatic almost came down to help him and then just gets obliterated. So, he's got the bomb, he's got armor. He's got to find a kill here, and there's 2 players. Spots him jumping, and I think he thinks it's the only one. He's now surrounded, they're going to get aggressive, and Olafmeister finishes it off. Well, you said the 3 rounds gave him a buffer for the pistol round, and even the FaZe fans are having a good time ragging on it, you know, adding in.
Look, it's been a while since we've been able to give some good abuse towards North America. You know what I mean? Like they're doing too well. They've already got a team in the grand finals, right? You can't have 2. You can't get greedy.
That's right.
You get 1.
Yeah.
And it might be the same throughout this now, as it does seem as though the semi-finals might be a little bit defined here. But what a matchup that would be. What a prospect now for tomorrow. But what a nade that was too. That's one you could be feeling tomorrow as you're trying to forget this game. That's only a little sore. And look, you can see the just line of it going down. Oh.
That's so unfortunate. Yeah, already before they even progress across the map at a huge disadvantage. 13-3. Stewie has been, on this map in particular, and Mirage, I mean, he kind of started things off, but on this map, he's really been the only one who's been able to initiate for Cloud9 the op pick. Another nade coming out. This time it's dodged. All 5 players of Cloud9 are here, and they have to hit this bomb site because they have no map control elsewhere, but they have no utility to do it. They're hoping for a pick, and FaZe isn't giving them anything, so they're just sitting behind these smokes, and there's 3 players here. There's a boost going on at the B bomb site, so FaZe has all the information.
Yep, they've got the full picture. Guardian prepares himself, but Rain also plays into this. And you can see Guardian just putting down the utility, creating this mess, and it's an absolute slaughterhouse. And Cloud9 are on the receiving end of it. Skidoo and Automatic, you're walking into it. Lambs don't willingly normally have a little wander towards that slaughter, but it looks as though they might have to. What other options you got? 30 seconds. You've still got a player on B as well in case you fancy trying to back from it, but looks like Cloud9 just want to get in there, get it done. Get the pain over with for now as Automatic again tries to ready himself, but Olafmeister wants in on the action. And it looks like a deflated team here for Cloud9.
It does. Seen a lot of head shaking out of some of the players, and you know, some of these guys, if you think back to the previous Cloud9 roster that we had just seen, you know, in the finals of ESL 1 Cologne, we'd seen in ESL Pro League just at the end of last year, and this is probably one of the rougher defeats they've taken, especially on a stage, especially in front of the home crowd. So a frustrating experience surely for a new team, but it's got to be one that they learn from. Getting plenty of lessons at the moment.
Well, Cloud9 again into the breach. This will be match point if FaZe win it, or they'll get towards it. 15-3 would be the scoreline. Guardian on the receiving end a little bit there, but again, Kerrigan to be striking back, and this is a very one-sided kill feed if you look at it. Skadoodle, though, is the only one to maybe find a kill into this. Guardian just swings in, and that's just brutal, isn't it? There's Rush now, watching as it all falls apart.
Yeah, they're just gonna chase him down. No reason to wait. Guardian with another headshot. 3 with the UMP. Lots of bonus money. 15-3. You have to say it was a good event for Cloud9, still with the new roster, all things considered. Top 4, taking out Navi, outlasting Simple, who is having a phenomenal series. They've still got a lot of things to figure out, obviously. But, I mean, they can walk away from this with some positives, and they put themselves on a stage. They've played enough games to where they can learn some of the things that work, some of the things that don't work. So from here, it's all about taking those, harnessing them, moving forward. There's plenty of events coming up at the end of the year.
Now focus into this. 15-3, Cloud9 on the verge of being crushed under the weight of FaZe, looking like a real titan coming through this tournament. As said, not dropping more than, I think, 7 rounds thus far.
Still holds true, doesn't it?
It's just unbelievable, isn't it? These guys have been so strong, and if anything, if you're a thinking man, if you kind of don't believe into the stories and all the fairy tales and all of that jazz, you'd expect a result like this. But we all hope for a bit of a battle. We hope for that brawl, but so far, this is a very one-sided affair as Guardian now looks to further himself. Only done 4 times this entire game, 20 kills as well. He's having a bit of a blister or 2. As now another victim presents themselves. 1 rifle is all they have and not much more. A scout there too. Attack comes in. Smoke comes up. And that smoke was from the other side of things too. That smoke was from pretty far away, I'm pretty sure. So Guardian being played in here, being made safe by his teammates. As it looks like Cloud9 are trying to rally themselves forward.
Doing their best, but they've got a long road still and plenty of opposition. Rain gonna be the first one up, and he's been so stellar. There's no stopping him. He doesn't miss a beat. Great headshot on Tarek. Now he gets aggressive, but Kerrigan takes that out for him, and actually it's just all the kills coming in so quickly. FaZe Clan, they stroll their way into the grand finals here at ESL 1 New York. Made it look easy. We said this roster has a lot of potential, a lot of talent, and you saw it there. Casual high fives as they stand up from their PCs.
Absolute animals, though, you've got to say. Watching FaZe, it is scary. It really is. You see the potential of every single player. You look at Guardian, he's finding form again. Because, let's be honest, during Navi's, you taper off, it was hard to watch sometimes. The guy wasn't on form, but it looks like he's right back in this, being played in well, good positioning. Olaf Meister having games coming through. Reigns consistent as hell. Kerrigan with that brilliant mentality.
Yep.
Nico, what a powerhouse he is as well himself. For Cloud9, this has got to be a loss that certainly stings. Wasn't a pretty one, but you don't come against a team like FaZe and expect to get away with much more.
Right, I mean, you're definitely, even in victories, you're going to come out with some bruises, but still for Cloud9, I mean, like I said, it's a learning experience moving forward. This is, one of the first times this team has had this kind of a pressure put on them. You still have a lot of things to figure out. And FaZe right now, I mean, they had the same thing coming in with this roster, and they just seem to be a little bit farther along. Definitely the advantage of some leadership, but what can you really say? At the end of the day, I think you still have to give props to Cloud9 for a good top 4 finish.
Absolutely, they did put up a great performance throughout the group stage. They took down some big names, certainly pushing Guardian's old team to their limit as well. So we're going to be seeing what can happen throughout this sort of thing. And I like the idea of what Cloud9 have done. They've certainly created a nice opportunity with this roster if they get the pieces in the right place. You've seen what Liquid were able to do. You could certainly see that apply with Cloud9.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the big piece of the puzzle, right, is it's leadership. So that's what the focus on. It was just a change in leadership over to Tarek. Stewie was doing it beforehand. They'll just have to figure a couple things out.
All right, that's enough from us. Thank you very much so far, but let's hear from the man on stage. OJ, how's Kerrigan feeling after that one?
Well, let's ask him that, Lauren. Kerrigan, you absolute heartbreaker.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I mean, we have a lot of Cloud9 fans here, but the show you just put on, I mean, that was some awesome performance.
Yeah, I feel the team is clicking in so many ways. We can play our CD sides very good. We have a lot of clever players and playmakers, and it's hard to control when you're up that much. People want to do more stuff and get more into the game. But in the end, the whole team performance today was just amazing.
I've talked about this lineup here as a bunch of rock stars. You've got some big names who have come in from other teams. How are you making that all gel together? Because that, I would guess, is the hardest part of this.
Me and Robin is having many hotel nights together, thinking about how to play different maps together. I think we have been showing the last few days in Atlanta and here in New York that we're hitting a good level of Counter-Strike right now, and I feel like we can even be better than now. We still do some mistakes, and I always feel like we improved our mistakes from Malmö, and here we are in the final.
Did you watch the Liquid match earlier on?
Yeah, I feel like Liquid has been on a rise lately, and they played really, really good in Mykonos, and winning a best of 3 against Astralis, VP, and SK, if they're able to beat us, D2 and North, maybe they're the best team in the world then.
You think currently Liquid could be up there as the best team in the world?
If they beat us in the best of 5 fight, they only need to beat North and D2 to actually beat the whole top 5 in the world.
Well, I was talking to some of the analysts just before they came on. They were looking towards tomorrow's grand final. Best of 5, you against Liquid, has been a really mouth-watering proposition.
I think it's going to be a good match. I mean, it's a best of 5 final, and it's going to be a long match, hopefully, for the fans and for us a little shorter.
It is going to be great tomorrow. Just looking at how both of you made it through to that grand final. This morning, or this afternoon, Liquid, you know, it was long, it was 3 maps, it was double overtime, it was backwards and forwards. So they would be drained, but I would guess quite sharp. This for you here was, you know, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't the toughest of matches. You got through it really quite quickly. Who do you think is going to be in the better position tomorrow?
I have to say us. I feel like we're in a very good shape this tournament. I think we have only lost maximum 6 rounds in one match. That was against Astralis, and they won the pistol round, so we feel very confident going into the grand final tomorrow.
Carrigan, as always, a pleasure to chat to you. Tomorrow is going to be an amazing grand final. Carrigan, please put your hands together for him and FaZe. Tomorrow, the grand final is on. A North American team taking on FaZe. It's going to be amazing.